Hi everyone, welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. My name is Christina, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create an easy everyday makeup look that's appropriate for work or school, or you can even jazz it up a little bit and make it a little more dramatic for date night or going out to the club. Today I'm going to be using primarily drugstore products because I know that I can't afford to spend $50 on foundation, and I assume that a lot of you feel the same way. I think that luxury makeup products are absolutely beautiful and wonderful, and I don't have anything against them, but I know that, you know, a lot of us are on a tight budget, but that doesn't mean that you can't look absolutely fabulous. Now, I've already applied primer to my skin, and I use NYC Smooth Skin Perfecting Primer, and this is kind of like, this isn't pigmented, it's just kind of clear, and it has a little bit of not so much shimmer, but kind of illuminating effect, and it's shade 684, and this was actually really inexpensive. I think it was like $4 or $5, and just so you know, I'll be linking all of the products I use below, so you can go out and buy them if you decide you like them. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some concealer to my under eye area and my eyelids because it gives the eyeshadow a better lie on your skin and helps prevent it from, you know, creasing and smearing everywhere and looking awful. And I use concealer because I feel like it's not necessary to go out and buy a specific primer for your eyelids. I mean, I'm sure they work great, but I just feel like this works for me. So I'm using Revlon Colorstay concealer. I don't know if you can see that, sorry, my lighting is horrible. And in the color 04 medium, and this stuff is great. I've been using this since, I don't even know, since I was like in middle school, and my mom always used it too, and it's relatively inexpensive, and it doesn't like settle into your fine lines or look cakey. So okay, so first I'm just gonna dot it. Make sure to get right in this area because a lot of women have darkness there, and I have kind of like horrifying under eye circles that you can't necessarily see in this particular lighting. See, I'm getting it on my eyelids. All right, now I'm going to take, this is one of the only high-end products that I have, and I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals Max Coverage Concealer Brush. This is actually a really handy little brush, and I'm just gonna kind of, you know, spread it out, work it in my skin, make sure to, and then I'm just kind of, you know, kind of spread it out and blend it in with my fingers. Do the same on the other eye, and I like to get it right under my eyebrow too, because, you know, you blend your eyeshadow up there and it'll help it stay a little better. And I don't have any makeup on right now because I like to do my eye makeup before I do my foundation, because especially when you're using really like shimmery eyeshadow or whatever, that you have like a lot of fallout, and this way you can wipe it off without like totally ruining your foundation. Okay, so next I'm going to take my e.l.f. Professional Blending Brush for eyes, and this brush, I think it was like $1 and change, and it's actually great. I mean, it's a great buy. It's very versatile. And I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to get my Maybelline EyeStudio eyeshadow palette, and this is color 50 Taupe Temptress, and this is really versatile as well. I mean, it's got kind of darker shades here if you want to do a smokier eye look for nighttime, and it also has very like nice neutral shades that aren't too dramatic. So first, I'm going to take this color right here, which is kind of like a shimmery grayish brown, and it just adds like a nice base for the eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm just going to apply it to my lid, concentrating it more on the outside and in the crease, because I think that it looks nicer when you keep the lighter colors towards your eyes, because it really opens them up and makes them look brighter. Okay. So I'm not going to blend this all the way up into my brow line because then I just think it looks a little too dramatic for like an everyday daytime look. Okay, see? Kind of just packed it on there. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's got a little bit of shimmer and it just adds a little bit of color and dimension. I'm going to add it to the other eye. Okay, see, I just blend it right into this crease with my brush here and kind of like in a C shape at the end. Alright, so that's all done. See, pretty nice and natural. Alright, so now I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to take this first really pretty pearly shimmery color and I'm going to concentrate it in like the middle of my eye to the end, or like the inner corners of my eye, because it'll make your eyes look bigger. So I just kind of, in a circular motion, just, you know, pat it on there and blend it into the inner corners. See, it's nice, but it's not true too like, oh my god, so much shimmer. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that to my other eye. And then, you know, don't put any more product on the brush, just blend it out a little bit so you don't have like a super defined line there, okay? Then I'm just going to put a tiny bit more product on my brush and just gently put it on my brow bone here. You know, just keeping kind of a light touch with it. Alright, so next, see, it's very wearable. You're not going to go out to work or whatever and be like, oh my gosh, she looks like she has so much makeup on. So anyway, next, I'm going to take my Maybelline EyeStudio eyeliner pot. This is actually really awesome. For the longest time, I was using liquid eyeliner and I would always mess it up. Like, I don't know how people do it so perfectly, but I look like a crazy person. And this, with the brush and everything, it comes with this little pencil brush here. It makes it 1,000 times easier. Okay, and this is Eggplant. It's like kind of a deep purple color, and I find that it's a little softer than like using a regular like black kohl pencil or black liquid eyeliner. So it's better for, you know, daytime when you want kind of a more subtle look. Now, I'm not going to do a big wing. I'm just going to keep it pretty simple and stay really close to my lash line. And if it's not perfect, don't beat yourself up. You can always just kind of smudge it out. See, it's very subtle. And I'm just gonna go just right to the corners. I'm not gonna go very far beyond them. Let me just get a little bit more right here. Okay. Alright, so that eye's done. It just adds a little tiny bit of definition. Okay, now let's do the other eye. Oh, see, I messed it up there. Oh well. And, you know, just go very close to your lash line and kind of just fill it in. Okay. See, this is what you don't want to do. Put it too far away from your lash line and then you look really awful. But you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm just gonna like smudge it out just a little bit. And in a minute, I'm gonna go over it with some more eyeshadow just to make it a little less defined. Okay. Alright, so there we go. Then I'm going to take it and just, you know, using a really fine hand here, put it right on my lash line. And I don't really want to go too far past like the end of my lashes here because then it looks kind of harsh. And I'm going for something that's softer. Okay. All right. All right, so there we go. Now I'm going to go back to my eyeshadow palette, and I'm just going to take a little more of that light pearly color and just kind of dust it over the eyeliner so it looks nice and soft. Like so. Just kind of dab it on there. Okay. You know, don't be afraid to use your fingers to kind of blend it out a little bit and make it how you like it. And if you wanted to do this for nighttime, you could use black eyeliner or go a little heavier, or, you know, extend it a little more, make a wing. And I'll be showing you how to do like a cat eye in another video. So the next thing I'm going to do is apply some mascara. This is MegaPlush Volume Express by Maybelline. This stuff is pretty awesome. I have been using this forever, and it works really well. And I think this is just black or black noir. I'm not absolutely sure, but I will look it up and put it in the description below. Alright, so I find that starting at the base of your lashes and kind of wiggling it out is the best way to put on mascara. I know that when I was younger, I would like blink into it and like it just wouldn't look nearly as good. It would look kind of clumpy. Okay. Now I'm not going to go really heavy on the mascara here. You know, just to kind of open up my eyes a little bit. You want to keep it kind of natural. I'm going to do the same to my other eye. This looks so awkward. I'm like, ugh. Right. Okay, so I never really liked putting mascara on my bottom lashes because sometimes it looks kind of like clumpy and spidery, but with this mascara it doesn't clump. It's pretty defining, so just stay super close to your lash line and just kind of wiggle it just a little, just to open up your eyes a little bit. I like to get these little lashes right in here. Okay, so now that your eyes are done, let's move on to phase 2, which is applying foundation and making your skin look flawless so your eyes pop even more. Now, what I have been using is this Revlon Photoready Airbrush, and just a warning, if you have really oily skin, you might not want to use this particular foundation because it gives you kind of a dewy look that can be kind of overpowering if your skin gets really oily. My skin's kind of dry right now, so it looks okay, but my skin gets greasy sometimes, and then I'll just use a more mattifying foundation. So I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand here, and look, it's a mousse. It's actually kind of awesome. Like, you just like squirt it a little bit and then like it kind of expands. Okay, now this is my favorite thing ever. I just recently got this. This is my Sonia Kashuk number 4 foundation like stippling brush. I got this at Target. It's totally worth it. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of blot it like that and get it deep in there. Now don't worry, when you first put it on it'll look kind of heavy, but obviously you're gonna blend it out. The key to nice makeup is blending. I can't stress that enough. And I'm just gonna kind of go along here, get it on my cheeks. You don't want to put it too much under your eyes because you already have concealer there. And you want it to maybe be just a little lighter. Your skin to look a little lighter under your eyes just for like highlighting reasons. And By the way, my skin is actually not nearly as nice as it looks in this lighting. You know, I have a lot of little dark spots and discoloration because I had really bad acne when I was a teenager. But now luckily it's cleared up. I still get breakouts though. Alright, now that we've gotten it on there, I'm just gonna take clean hands and just very gently blend it onto your neck and down your jawline, because the last thing you want is like a face that's one color and a chest and neck that's another, because I used to make that mistake all the time. When I was in high school, I looked at pictures and I had so much bronzer and foundation on that I looked like an Oompa Loompa with this white neck, and it was just horrifying. Okay, see, I have some kind of redness up here, so I gotta make sure to kind of blend it up into your hairline and on the sides of your nose, because sometimes foundation can settle in your pores a little bit, so you want to make sure that it's lying on your skin nicely. Okay, so we're all blended out here. See, pretty nice. It's got a nice dewy, luminous kind of finish, which is especially nice if you've had a rough night the night before. Okay, I'm just gonna wipe it off. See, I use baby wipes for makeup removal because I think that the wipes that they sell specifically for that are kind of expensive, and baby wipes are so cheap. And I think that they work just as well. But I use the ones for sensitive skin because like the really heavily fragranced ones, you know, they might make you break out. Whoa, this video is getting really long. I'm sorry, I'm like rambling on here. All right, so next I'm going to do a little bit of very subtle contouring. So here I have my e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzing powder, and you can see it comes with a pretty matte bronzer, and when you're doing contouring and highlighting, you want to go with a matte bronzer, or else just, I mean, if it's too shimmery, it just won't look right. Okay, so you can see that. I don't really like the blush so much. I tend to use a different blush, but the bronzing powder is acceptable. So this is another Bare Escentuals brush that I have, because I don't really have a contouring brush per se right now. I'm gonna get one. So I use the full Flawless Face brush, and what I do is kind of squish it together like that so it kind of resembles one of those fan brushes, and I'm just going to very lightly dip it in the bronzer and just make a little line. Don't worry, I'm gonna blend that out. Just make a little line right in your cheekbones. Do not extend it all the way to your mouth, because then you might look like a drag queen. Okay, and now I'm just gonna kind of blend that out. Make sure you kind of just do a C motion and bring it up to your temples so it's not super harsh. And I didn't put any more product on the brush. Okay, so as you can see, I have a really round face, so it just created a little bit more definition so I don't look like a chipmunk so much. Okay, now this is one of the only other luxury products I have. This is Bare Minerals. This is their Ready Blush in the One. It's actually really nice. Okay, see, you can see the color. It's kind of a pinky, but not super pink and not super red. It's more of a peach. So I'm just gonna tap it on the same brush, blow it off, and just kind of go in a diagonal motion. You know, make sure to blend it in really well. You know, you can extend it up and back a little bit so it looks more natural. And then I kind of like to rub it a little bit just so there's not any excess, but it doesn't look too drastic. Now the last step is, I really like lip gloss. A lot of videos feature lipstick pretty heavily. Lipstick looks beautiful on a lot of people. I don't know, it just doesn't look that good on me. So I like to go for a more sheer look. This is Revlon in color 240 Fatal Apple. I think it says Fatal Apple. Yeah, Fatal Apple. It's a nice red color. Just kind of put it in the center of your lips. and then just kind of work it out, rub it in a little bit. Alright, see, it just adds like a pop of color to your face, you know, because we use such a neutral palette. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed my video and that you found it informative. And if you have any questions or comments or tips or suggestions, or would like to request any videos, go ahead and leave me a comment below and I'll check it and get back to you. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you, all my beautiful angels out there. Stay fabulous.